Hi, this is the tutorial from the July 2018 Silhouette Life Inspiration Box for the cooling towels using Glitter HTV, Pattern HTV, and you'll need the High Mask Magic Mask. So those are all that you'll need from the box, is those three things, the HTV, the mask, and the towel itself. And now we need to get our file ready in our design studio.
Okay, so what we're going to do here with this tutorial is, because it uses that Glitter HTV, and as you saw in the acrylics, we were trying to figure out what to do with the white. So now that we're moving on to this project, we can see that she has the two files set up for both entire white, entire Glitter HTV. So we already have the Glitter HTV page that we did, so now we're going to do the white one. So we're going to download that. Wait for it to download. Then we're going to pull that over. Alright, so we're going to zoom out. So this is what she's showing us here. So let's scroll back up. So she's showing us that she's using the different files and around 6 inches so that they wouldn't overwhelm her cooling towel. She broke them up so you could incorporate the white and the HTV. So what we're going to do is we just need to size it correctly. So let's make sure we can see what size page we have, which I think this is accurate. As you can see, maybe we have one more line at the bottom than she does. So we're going to do 10. So that way it's matching exactly what we see here. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to move off the white. We don't need any of the glitter. We're already cutting that. We do need this. So see how we had this. So we're going to move this over. So I'm going to move this where she has it. She has Madison, but this is from what she's doing on the headband. So we're going to copy over this one. And that'll keep my same sizing. So that's what I want for there. And then we're going to move all of these that she has up into it. And this one. So she said she used the Premium Plus, and we're looking right at this. Okay, so heat transfer smooth, she changed her blade, and then she talks about cutting it out. So we already have that. I'm going to double check the sizing on this. It looks to be that that's how much we have, because you can see it here. So just organize them how you want them on this sheet, but leave these grouped together. So I'm going to do these at the bottom and have this one over here. I'm going to do this keychain, and then I'm going to have this down. No, it's not. I'm trying to see if I can consolidate, but that may be too hard to cut out, but we're going to try it. So we're going to move this over just a little and move this down. Okay, so then we're going to go to send, and all of those are ready to cut. I'm also going to move this down. I'm just trying to consolidate as much of this HTV as we can. So heat transfer smooth is what we're going to do. She used a 3 instead of a 2, and then 8, 4, 1, which is perfect. So then we're going to go ahead and click send. So I'm going to show you that part, and we'll go from there.
So we're ready to cut out our white HTV now. So make sure the shiny side is down. If you want to do it on a mat, that's fine. I chose not to, so I just changed my settings in the design studio to no cutting mat, and then it just edited where the cut lines would be. So I'm just going to line it up with those blue lines on your Cameo and click load media, and made sure that went in evenly. And for this, we're doing heat transfer smooth with your blade at a 3. And so once you have all of those settings in, I'm going to do a test cut. So you would just click test on your silhouette. I'm going to show you to make sure. So we're going to unload it. And then we're going to see if we can weed out where that test cut was. So I'm trying to pick it up right now. And let's see. So it weeded out the whole box. And the triangle inside is cut, but it's a little bit hard to get out. So I'm just going to change the force just a little bit, and then it should be good to go. So I'm going to load that back in and load media, and then we're going to send this and cut it all out, and then we'll weed all of the designs for the white HTV. Okay, we're ready to cut out the glitter. So I have this white section here because I'm going to do my test cut in it. So make sure you click Load Cut Matte. And then the settings you want on this Glitter HTV is 4, 8, and 4. So make sure your blade is at a 4. It is. And click Test. That'll send a test cut for us. Let's see if that test cut worked. So then, up here at the top, I can just barely make out where this cut. So I'm going to get my, my weed pick and see if I can tell. But I may just have to pull up the corner, which is okay, especially since this is just the white section. So I'm looking at it where the test cut should have been, and it did not cut through at all. So we're going to need to bump the blade up. So we did 5, and then I'm also going to bump up the force to 10. And since it did not cut at all, I'm just going to do another test cut right there. Because I couldn't see, it didn't make its way through. So I'm going to do Load Cut Matte. And then I'm going to do Test. And I had bumped mine up to 5 and 10. So unload. We're going to see this time if we can tell. And so this time now I can see it. But again, it did not cut through at all. So this is why you do a test cut, so you don't send your whole design and then it's not right. So I'm going to bump it up to a 6. My blade is kind of full, so I'm going to do a 6, and I'm going to jump this back. I think it was originally, let's see. Let's go back to different heat transfer, and let's jump back to glitter. The force was originally 33. I think that's the issue. So let's test it. Let's go back to a blade of 5. I'm going to move my test down a little, so it's at a different section, and now I'm going to test. Because with the force at 33, that may be what it was. Maybe we just have the other numbers off. So then I'm going to check where this should have cut. And I'm going to try to weed out the box. And it worked perfectly. So that's what it was. It was the force. So make sure your force is at the accurate number. So I'm going to switch this back to the right way to get my design cut out in it. In the pattern section. We're going to click Load Cut Matte. Leave everything else the same, and then we're going to click Send. It's going to send our design, and then we will go ahead and weed it, and I will show you that section. Now that it's all cut out, I just unloaded, and now we're ready to weed. So you can see the cut lines when you're looking at it close, so I'm going to cut each section, and then you're just going to want to weed carefully like we did the test cut, so that you don't rip anything, and so that you make sure it all cuts out exactly how you want it. So weed that, and then we'll go from there with the projects that use this vinyl. Okay, so now you're ready to weed it. So it's been cut out. It's really hard to see. So I like to look at the back. If you can see, you can kind of see where the indent is of what was cut. So you're going to want to take a look at your designs because we did a bunch for them. So I'm going to cut out all of the M with all of the dots at one time. So it's sitting right there. And I'm going to cut each section. So there's nothing next to my M. So I'm going to cut it. And then I'll be able to show you weeding it a little bit better than that. So let me show you. It shouldn't be too hard, but let's test it. So I cut pretty close. So I'm going to pick up right the very edge of this design. And it should just weed really nicely, as you can see. So go ahead and weed all of these, and then we will work on the projects that use this glitter. All right, so we have all the designs for the cooling towel cut out now. We have the hello part of the white, love you to the back, and then all of the glitter. Now for the glitter, since it doesn't have a carrier sheet on it, you have to do the magic mask. So we're going to cut out each piece for this magic mask. I know it's kind of hard to see in here, but I'm just cutting off a section for these. Okay. I think we're just gonna, let's see. I'm having a hard time. We're going to cut a little section right here. I know that you can reuse it, so it's okay to just use a whole sheet. but I didn't like to last time I used it. So I cut out the summer one, and let me show you what to do. So you're going to use it kind of like transfer tape. So you need to get the backing off of the magic mask. And then you're going to apply it to the glitter. And then you have to burnish it really good to get this to stick on here. So we need to do that for each piece. So let's pull open the palm tree. We're going to cut out a section for that. Alright, so then I'm going to cut off some excess of this palm tree so we don't use more of the magic mask than we need to. So there's that, and then I'm going to cut off a section right here for the star. Okay, so let's do those two pieces. So again, separate the back and then apply it to your design. And burnish really good, and then we'll have to show you how to separate. But before then, let's do all these pieces. Okay, so there's that, and then we need to get it onto this little design. And then the last one is beach. So we're just cutting off excess there, and then getting just this little bit that we need for beach. And then that's all extra for the keychains. Okay. So we're so close. Okay, so now we need to get them off of the backing. So I'm going to burnish really good, and then I'm going to also go upside down like I love to do so that it sticks better. She did warn us in the tutorial itself that she had a really hard time getting it to stick, so you're really going to have to rub this stuff good in order to get it to stick to the magic mask. And be careful so you don't peel up part of your design. Okay, so now it's on the carrier sheet, so be careful with those. That magic mask is really sticky. So we're going to get all of these burnished, and then rubbed. We need it just on the magic mask. Okay, perfect. So there's that one. Now summer. Sorry, it's taking me forever. Oh, okay. I'm gonna rub. And I am having a really hard time getting this to stick. My fingers have no problem sticking, but the design, the HTV itself, does not like it. So, keep going. Feel free to fast forward if you want. But this is how hard of a hard time I am having. Make sure if you have any scraps on your table, you get them off before you forget, and then you press a little scrap. That's happened to me. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way, and then just keep going at it. One letter at a time to try to get this stuff to stick. We're close. We're on the U. And sometimes I'll try going like diagonal to see if it'll stick better a certain direction as I'm trying to peel it off. Whew. Okay. Brown this. Okay. So there was summer. We got that finally. And then beach. Whew. I'm gonna need to use the towel after I finish doing this. Oh, okay. The thicker litters are definitely easier than the thin ones. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we have all of them. So then you're going to set up your towel and you're going to heat press it. You're going to want to heat press the white first and then do the glitter since the glitter is thicker. So I'm going to show you what they're both going to look like and then I'm going to press them and show you from there. The settings on the white is 320 for 320 degrees for 15 seconds. And then she did the same temperature for the glitter, and she just did for 12 seconds. And that seemed to work. So on either side of your towel, that's how I'm going to do mine. So I'm going to do hello first. So when you do it all together, it's going to say hello, summer. And then you're going to have the little palm tree. So let me show you. So that's what it's going to look like when it's all on your towel. Hello, summer. But you're going to do the white, then the glitter. So just make sure that when you do the white, you press the white, then you pick up the carrier sheet, then you press the glitter. That's how that'll go. And then for Love You to the Beach, we're going to do beach in here. And then the little palm tree. However you want to do it, however you want to set it up. But she has it something like this. So I'm going to do that on either side of my towel, and then I will show you what it looks like once it's done. All right, we just finished. So this is how one side turned out, and then the other. Again, I just pressed it 320 for 12 seconds for each of them, honestly, and it worked out great. I did the white first and then the glitter. So now you are ready to go use your cooling towel. Love You to the Beach and back, and hello, summer. So let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.